Okay, let's talk about retirement. For a lot of us, just hearing that word can feel, well, a little overwhelming, right? But what if I told you it doesn't have to be some huge, scary thing? Today, we're going to break it all down into simple, powerful steps that can help you build a future you're genuinely excited about. So let's dive in. Does this whole idea of saving for the future just feel impossible sometimes, especially if you're not on a huge income? It can really feel like you're trying to climb a mountain. I get it. It's such a common feeling. But I promise you, there is a way forward. So here's the secret. The key isn't taking some giant, terrifying leap. It's about taking a series of small, totally manageable steps. We're going to walk through a really clear roadmap that's designed to turn that feeling of anxiety into a feeling of, hey, I've got this. All right, first things first. Before we can even think about planning for where you're going, we have to get a really good look at where you are right now. And that means getting a crystal clear picture of your money situation today. So how do we do that? Well, it's kind of like a two-step dance. First, we're just going to look at what you spend your money on right now. Then we'll dust off the crystal ball a little bit and think about how those costs might look different once you're retired. And honestly, this part sounds way scarier than it is. Just grab a piece of paper or open a notes app and jot down where your money goes each month. The usual suspects: rent, food, bills, healthcare. Then just ask yourself a simple question. How might this change later? Maybe you'll spend less on getting to work, but more on a new hobby. And remember, no judgment here. This is just about understanding, not judging. Okay, now that we have a handle on our costs, it's time for the action part, building that all-important nest egg. And the goal here is to make saving so easy and automatic that you barely even have to think about it. We're putting it on autopilot. Now, I want you to really let this sink in. It is so easy to think, what's the point if I can only save a little bit? But that's where you'd be wrong. Consistency is the secret sauce. Over the years, even those tiny contributions can grow into something really, really significant. And listen, if your job offers a retirement savings plan, you have got to jump on it. Why? Because it's not just your money going in there. Your contribution often gets a massive boost from your employer, and sometimes even from the government. It is literally free money being added to your savings. You just don't want to leave that on the table. And beyond work, there are other tricks too. You can set up your own automatic transfer from your checking to a savings account right on payday. Think of it as paying your future self first. And remember, while a government pension is a great safety net, building your own savings is what gives you real freedom. Some people even find a little side hustle in retirement, keeps things interesting and brings in extra cash. All right, we are leveling up now because it's not just about saving money. It's about making your money work for you. We want to make sure the money you save today is just as powerful tomorrow. You've probably heard this a million times, right? But there's a reason it's a classic. It is the golden rule of investing. Spreading your savings out into different places is what protects you if one of those places has a bit of a rough patch. So what does one of these baskets actually look like? Well, it could be a mix. You might have your main retirement plan from work, a separate savings account for those life moments, and maybe a small slice in things like stocks or bonds to help it grow a bit faster. It's all about finding a balance that feels right for you. But wait, why do we need to bother with making our money grow at all? Why not just stuff it in a savings account? Well, the answer is one simple, powerful word: inflation. It's that slow, steady creep of prices going up on everything, from bread to electricity. Your savings have to grow faster than those prices do. Look at this. That $100 in your wallet today, it just won't buy as much stuff in 10 years. That's inflation quietly chipping away at your buying power. Investing is how you fight back. It's how you make sure your money stays strong enough to buy what you need in the future. All right, we're in the home stretch. We've laid the groundwork, we've started saving, and we're putting our money to work. So, what's the final piece of this puzzle? It's all about turning these actions into habits that stick for life. This isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. Think of it like a garden. You got to check in now and then, at least once a year. Just take a peek at your plan and see if you're on track. Watching it grow is super motivating. And an emergency fund? Oh, that's absolutely crucial. It's your financial shield against unexpected surprises. And finally, just keep learning. The more you know about money, the more confident you'll feel. And please, please remember this. You are not in this alone. If you're feeling stuck or unsure, there are people who can help, like financial advisors. Heck, a lot of community centers even offer free workshops on this stuff. Help is out there, so don't be afraid to ask for it. So, if you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. The secret to a comfortable retirement isn't some magic trick. It's just taking small, consistent steps. And the most important step of all, it's the very first one you take. The best time to start is right now. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What is one small thing, just one tiny thing, you can do today to get started? Maybe it's just writing down what you spent on groceries, or maybe it's spending 5 minutes looking up your company's retirement plan. Whatever it is, no matter how small it feels, just take that step. Trust me, your future self is already cheering you on.